Who else is here? Oh, Michelle is here. Who's saying hi, Mika? Is Mika here? Mika is here. Hi, Mika. I didn't see. My comments are lagging, so I didn't see. Mika, would you like to talk to us? I'm going to try to bring you in. I didn't see you here. I'm sorry. Maybe.
Deb, this conversation was epic. You didn't realize that I was there. I haven't been waiting very long, in all honesty. But I was writing you messages and commenting on everything you were saying, and everyone else was reading it as you were talking about mugs and about Basil and about, and I was just kind of giving you a live stream bitch fest commentary underneath, and everyone was reading it, and no one could understand why you weren't. But finally, somebody actually told me that you weren't able to read the message, the nasty shit that I was writing underneath.
I'm so embarrassed. I didn't see, and until somebody said your name, I didn't. My comments are lagging behind. I'm not seeing. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, so hi.
How are you?
Did you want to talk to us?
No, I did. That's why. Well, that's one. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I like the flowers that you've put behind you today.
Oh, thank you. Fall. It's my autumn fall colors.
It's fall.
So yeah, it's definitely fall here. The weather has turned. It's gotten cooler, and yeah. So that's where we are. But
okay,
I'm very embarrassed.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, why are you embarrassed? What are you talking about? It's funny. It's better this way.
Anyway, so what are you doing?
Well, I'm with you. I have been working. I've been figuring out what my main project is going to be for the next few months, which is not as simple as it seems now that, well, on the one hand, it's an amazing moment because everything's kind of, the rules are thrown out the window. And on the other side, it's kind of unsettling because we don't really know what territory we're kind of venturing into in 6 months' time. So it's a lot of guesswork in a way, if that makes sense.
Yes. Well.
But let the creativity drive the decision making. As long as it's truly creative, as long as it's fun, as long as it's driven by art and emotion, I think then the decisions will be the right ones.
Well, I guess we're all in the same boat. You know, we can't.
Yes.
It's hard to plan. It's hard to know. You know, people talk about taking trips or whatever, and it's really hard to know. You just don't know whether you can or should or. So yeah, but I would imagine, especially for you, since you've got you know, so many other things. Like you've got to fit it together like a jigsaw puzzle. Like you're doing things now. You're doing X Factor now, so you've got to work around that and fit your other things in. I can't imagine, you know, how it is to plan that kind of stuff. So, too many logistics. So.
Well, yeah, the logistics. Simple things now have become a lot more complicated. But we'll see. I mean, I think let's approach this very strange time with creativity, and hopefully that will mean that something good will come of it in the end.
Yeah. Well, I'm reading the comments.
Now it's my turn to ask you some questions.
Okay.
I think that's important.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Up here.
So, how many people in the MFC do you know the name of?
Oh.
How many members do we have now?
Well, technically, like 22,000. But active members, you know, people who really participate every day, or at least every week, maybe 1,000 or so. You know, there's a lot of people who just drop in once every great while. So, but how many people do I know the names of?
Yeah, of
I
those 1,000
kind of,
people that have regular interactions on a weekly basis, how many of them do you know the name of?
oh, probably most of them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I've been really lucky too that I've been able to meet a lot of them in person, or through doing this, even just doing this, I feel like I know them.
Hmm.
I can make the connection with the name and the face. So yeah. So yeah, no, it's been great, to meet so many people. So
And do you cook?
I do.
Are you a good cook?
I I think I am. I haven't poisoned anybody.
And because I actually realized that I haven't often asked you many questions, and I feel like a bit of an idiot for not asking you questions. So now I want to know. So
Okay.
you cook every night?
Um, Not every night, but most nights. Most nights.
Do you play an instrument?
I do. I
Which
do.
one?
I play clarinet,
You do?
and I do, and saxophone, and a little bit of trumpet, believe it or not.
Are you serious? You play all those things?
A
You
little
play
bit,
more
yeah.
instruments than me, and much more difficult ones than the ones I play.
Oh no, no.
I play
No, piano
tambourine
is
and piano.
hard. Piano is really hard. No, mm, no. I used to
Okay.
be in the band
Okay.
when I was in
And
school.
you were in a band, and do you sing?
Kind of. I mean, I love to sing, but that doesn't mean that I have a good voice, but I love to sing.
And now this is a very candid question, but did you ever expect to be doing what you're doing with a community like the one that you've helped build, which is the MFC?
Um, well, I never belonged to a fan club when I was, girl growing up. I never into it, never did anything like that. So from that standpoint, no. But in the before times, I used to work with a friend. We had a Disney website, and we had a Disney community, and so I was doing a lot of that same kind of thing with a lot of Disney people. So, but yeah, so this is
All
weird.
right.
I feel like I feel like I'm on a chat show with.
Okay, so I have a tiny little surprise for, it's not a very big surprise. Actually, it's a minute surprise. It's the kind of surprise that shouldn't even be classified as a surprise, because he's such a non-event. In fact, I shouldn't even be doing this because he's really just a pain in the ass and not even an event. But I have a friend who's here who's going to join this live. And you've probably been listening to him making hyena noises in the background, but now he's here.
Ah,
And
hello.
oh, hi, it's Max. Hi, Max.
Hello,
That is
how
a
are you
big
doing? You
surprise.
having a lovely time?
I'm having a
I know,
great
what a
time.
crazy surprise this is. It's a
Yes.
surprise even for me. believe it or not.
Well, there's been
And
many
he's had a
times when
haircut, which is good.
yes.
He washed his hair, which is also a good thing.
I did.
And his clothes, I can
My
tell you,
clothes,
his
everything's
clothes
been washed,
are clean.
everything's together. I've got everything together. It's all fantastic. And it's wonderful here, which is a great thing. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. There have been many times when people have asked me to ask you to come on to our live here like this.
No, that's
and
a
I
very bad
just
idea.
Okay.
No, that's not, that shouldn't happen ever.
well,
Ever. This man should be kept at a good elbow distance away.
That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. That sounds like a splendid idea.
somebody is saying, who is Max?
Who is Max? Thank you, Ines Brun. Thank you, Zara. Who are you? I know. You know what? It actually doesn't matter. He's gone. He's gone now. This man does not exist. Yeah, his ego's enough out of control. But in case you're wondering who Max is, he's no one.
No one.
So he's no
Nemo.
one. He's no one. He's just
That's
someone
Nemo.
who's no one who thinks he's not no one who thinks he's someone, but he's no one.
Well, he has been quite often requested, and I just haven't had a chance to ask him. So now those people are satisfied, right? Because he's been here.
Okay.
So,
Do you have any questions for me or anything that has been bubbling
well,
or well?
well, I don't know if you saw, but lots of people were asking a few minutes ago, what was OM 2206 that you tweeted the
That's
other
a
day?
that's a good question.
Okay, that's the question. All right.
And that's the answer.
No answers. All right. What other questions might I have? They just announced today that you were going to be a judge on the ITS 2020. You and your sister.
Yes, me and Yasmin.
Yes. And we were talking about that a little bit ago, probably while you were here, and I didn't know you were here. But is that going to involve you being on TV at all, or
It's no, it's not. It's actually it's not a TV thing. It's not that kind of thing. It's not that mainstream an event. It's a very kind of, it's an amazing platform that helps a lot of talents. It's out of Trieste. The first time I ever got involved with ITS was when I was working with Swatch. And I believe it was the first time that I did a project with Swatch, not the second time. And Yasmin and I worked because Swatch was one of the biggest sponsors. And we were brought over there also with Swatch. And what's cool about this time is that we're not going with a sponsor. We are not going for any collaboration that we've been a part of. We are going there purely as creatives, and we've been invited along with all the other designers there. Whereas in the past, when we went, we were affiliated with one of the brands who were sponsors. Now we're just going because we want to go, because the organization is amazing. They do a lot of things. And what's amazing is this reach that they have. All these different creative fields, from product design to graphic design to fine art to industrial design. And they find people from all over the world in each one of these fields, from fashion as well. And they showcase them and they push them forward. They give them placements. They give them grants. Obviously, it's a lot more powerful. Well, actually, that's not fair. It's very powerful when you're there in person and you see all the exhibitions, and you're there and you're able to kind of like visualize the work and in person and see and talk to the artists and talk to the designers. And it gives a much kind of more balanced view of what they're doing. This time we're having to do the entire thing online and digitally, and argue with the other jurors about who should win what category and why, all through kind of conference Zoom calls and stuff like that. So it's going to be a bit of a strange experience compared to the last time that we did it, but we're really happy to take part in it, and we're really happy to take part also in a discussion about young talent that involves such established designers as well. I mean, if you look at the other jurors, they're really remarkable people in their fields. So it's a cool event, and we're doing it for pleasure. We're doing it because we think it's a good event, and it deserves getting as much noise made about it as possible.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember when you did it before. I do remember that it was affiliated or around the same time with the Swatch thing. So I kind of do remember. I'll have to go back and see. So people are asking me to ask you if you saw the birthday book that they put together, that the fan club put together this year. It
Yes,
probably.
it arrived late.
Oh, okay. Okay, because
I mean,
know
everything seems to arrive late in our lives.
Yeah. Well, I know it
in
came at the time when you were in the midst of doing all of the Beirut stuff. So
Maybe precisely, but yes, and I have to say that it really means the world to me. I mean, I have a collection now of people's thoughts and people's kind of like people's reaction to the things that I've made, and people as a response make stuff themselves and put it down on paper. And I think that's really beautiful. I think that's actually such an amazing thing to be able to say, wow, look at that, you know? And it's funny because I was going through some of the kind of the yearbooks and stuff, and I went through some from quite a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And there were even some that were done way before everything was kind of grouped together in a more formal or sophisticated way. And some were made by hand, and they were just specific regions. And there's really such a kind of line of thought throughout all of them. And it was really, I felt like, I was like, oh God, thank God this thing exists. You know, I was looking at one from years and years ago, and I was like, thank God this exists, because I feel like I'm going back into that moment. So it's sometimes, I have to be honest with you, it's not the easiest thing for me to look at in the most simple terms, because, you know, I'm seeing things that I do or myself through the eyes of others and interpreted by others, and that takes a bit of, like, I have to get comfortable with that. But as soon as for example, when I came across the ones from years ago, it was just so amazing. It felt like such an astonishing gift to be given, to travel back into that moment in time and to have it articulated and encapsulated in such a kind of precise way through different people's opinions and different people's emotions. And I thought that was really quite beautiful. So thank you very much.
Well, I would think it would be hard, because I know I don't even like to look at my face here, you know, and see myself week after week. That's why the potato filter was really good. I would have done the whole show with the potato filter.
I trust me, I would do all of X Factor with the potato filter. And then they wouldn't tell me that I'm such a bastard. They couldn't say that the potato was an asshole. The potato's just a potato. Leave the potato alone. Let me be a potato. I'm going to do X Factor with a potato filter from now on. And Feditz will be happy, because he always called me Potato Man. So potato it'll be. Potatoes all round. Let them eat potato.
I'm for it.
It's not let them eat cake. It's let them eat potato. What? What am I saying? What a stupid thing to say.
Well, you know, here. Somebody said I should do the potato filter while you're here. I don't know. Oh, no, it's not going to work.
Oh.
There.
No, what are you?
I don't know.
Can I do a potato filter? No, I'm not allowed.
You're not?
There you are.
There it is.
Come back.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You kind of look like a potato burglar in this moment. You look like it doesn't look like you got a potato on your head. It actually, you don't even look like a potato. You just look like you stole your great aunt's stockings and you put them over your head in order to go and rob the local 7-Eleven. Oh, there you go. There's a much prettier potato. Yeah, it's cleaner, at least. Oh,
So
now you look like someone's belly button. Yeah, you're someone's navel.
You know, what's sad is I probably won't be able to get back to my real face.
What's sad is that you look like someone's belly buttons. Oh, there you are. All right, I'm going to say goodnight, because I'm going to go eat some food. And
yes.
And I hope that
thank you
in the midst of everything you do, between your work, your family, your husband, your flower arranging, your cooking, your trumpet playing, your saxophone playing, and your clarinet playing, and your occasional singing.
Well, I sleep a lot. I just don't.
I hope you have time to sleep. But in the midst of all of that, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to you, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this live right now, wherever you are in the world. You're a pretty cool team of motherfuckers. So thank you very much for being part of our crew.
Well, thank you so much for dropping in, and thank Max also. And next time I'll try to be more.
Oh, I won't thank Max for anything.
Okay.
That ego needs to be controlled.
Well,
Bye, everyone.
he's still very popular, so Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
too much.
Ah,
No, I'm
well, thank you
joking.
so much for
Bye,
stopping
guys.
in. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. It says remove Mika. Oh, there it is. Mika Instagram left. Well, that was totally a surprise.